Welcome. My name is Debbie and this is Pouring My Art Out for the Lord. And welcome back to our Junk Journal 101 series. I should have my my little paper out here. So we are doing a series called Junk Journals 101. It's for absolute beginners or people who want to polish up on their skills, or just anybody that wants to kind of go back to the basics. We did level 1 a few weeks ago, and we made this journal. You can follow along with your own papers if you want, but I provide a kit if you want to, if you're just kind of starting and you don't have all of the papers and different things, you can just get the kit all at once and then you're good to go. So this is available in my coffee shop if you're just kind of tuning in for the first time. So last time we made a journal. So we have pages, we have pockets, we have tags and journal cards, we have words, different kinds of pockets, different kinds of pages. Just a nice simple journal, but a really satisfying journal. We sewed the signature in, and I hope that you had a chance to make that if you're just a beginner. It is a really rewarding process and also kind of addicting. But there's our first journal. So hopefully you've made that and enjoyed that, and now you're ready for level 2. So level 2, pardon me, I also have another kit, and this is the cover for the kit. So it's going to be a yellow floral kit, and I did a flip through for this and showed you how to make the cover in another video. I'll talk about that in a second. So I'm not going to do a total flip through, but this is a 21-page journal kit that you can also get. This one is available if you're watching this in August 2024. This kit, you can get this kit for free if you purchase $7 or more of digitals and or donations to my coffee shop. So grab that if you have a chance and if you're interested. So I already did a video, and I did it separately for a couple of reasons. I did it separately because some people were just wanting to know how to make this cover, that they had already made junk journals and stuff, but they just wanted to learn how to make this paper bag cover. So I did that separately. So I'll link that below if you want to check it out. All right, so the next thing I want to do, I've made my cover, and I'll link that video again below. If you are not up to making this sort of cover, make exactly the same cover as we did last time. That is totally fine too. We just took a piece of cardstock and printed it front and back and folded it and made our cover that way. So you can absolutely do that if you want to do that. This one I took it up a little bit notch and made it into a paper bag. And then I've got, if you're using my kit, I have, I think there's 9 pages that you can use for the journal pages. And if you have both kits, I made them so that they will coordinate, and you can use all of these pages as well, any of these pages. So everything will coordinate with each other. This is quite a neutral one, and this is kind of a neutral / yellow one. So I printed the 9 pages that were in the yellow kit, and I printed one of the pages on the front, and I have a lined coffee dyed page in the back, or in the kit, and I printed that on the back of all 9 pages. So this gives me some places to write. So I'm just going to take these and fold them and sew them into my journal. And I have a video that I did, well, I showed you how to do it in the first section, and I took that section out and made it its own video, so it's just how to sew in a signature. So I'll link that below, so if you're not familiar with that, go pause this one and go and watch how to put your signatures in. But I just wanted to show you one thing before you did that, because I don't think I showed you the first time. Another thing I really like the scoring board for is for folding my pages exactly in half, or anything exactly in half. I line it up at the upper left-hand corner there. And then I just, especially paper, you don't have to score it. And I just match this over here and just make sure everything is lined up here in both levels. And then I just crease. And it gives me a really nice, completely in half. There's no, you know, it's not crooked at all. So that's how I fold my pages. So if you have a scoring board, that is a little trick that you could use. So I'm just going to get my signature put in, and you can watch the video and get your signature put in, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I got everything cut out here. Well, I didn't cut out the words and phrases because I think this is easier just to keep in one piece until I'm ready to use it. So I'm just going to put that to the side. I've cut out my different pieces and kind of organized them here. I have my slanted pockets. I have my other pockets, different levels and sizes. I have all my journal cards. I have my ephemera, my little bits, and I have my tags. So I'm going to actually put these to the side as well because I'm going to use these for decorating at the end. And then my tags and my journal cards will go into the pockets, so I need to do my pockets first. So I'm going to put these to the side. And I'm going to work with my pockets first. So the first thing that I really need to do with my pockets is give them some ink. So I'm just going to show you what I do, and then I'll do the rest off camera. So I'm just going to take one of my pockets. Pockets don't need to be printed on the other side or covered on the other side because that doesn't show. So I just go along all of the edges here. Doesn't have to, you know, you can do it a little bit thicker if you want, a little bit darker if you want. I just like a little light coverage on most things. This particular one that I'm using is Distress Oxide or Distress Ink, either one. And this is Vintage Photo. This is a common one that people use for just distressing things. I actually had purchased this one. This is my second one of this, and I had used it over and over and over again for pretty much everything. Now I have a few other ones that I like to use as well, but this is a really good starter one if you want to start with something. So I would just repeat that process with all of these pieces. And then exactly the same thing with this. Just kind of, you know, press it down a little bit. If you find that you don't have enough ink, then you can press down a little bit more. When you buy these pads, you can also purchase a re-inker as it gets dry, and you can just re-ink you keep the same pad and you just put drops of re-inker on. There's also a refresher, ink refresher. I'm not sure how well that works, but this one you can spray on and kind of bring it back to life if it's dried out, I guess. So I just inked around all 4 edges and that's it. So I'm just going to ink all of the rest of these pockets and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all my pockets inked up and ready to go now. So I'm just going to start gluing some into my journal. So I've got quite a few pockets. I don't have to use them all, but I can. So I'm just going to select one and I'm going to put it on the front cover here. And sometimes I like to just have a big pocket on the front cover. If it interferes with the center here, you can just trim a little bit off. That is totally fine. So you just want a thin bead of glue. And I talked about glue in the first session, but this is Elmer's Glue All that I just refill in these little bottles. I just got the little bottles off of Amazon a couple of years ago, but they sell them everywhere. So some of the pockets in this kit are decorated, like this one. We can actually put some more on there if we want, and some of them are quite plain, like this one, so we can add different things to that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one on the back as well, and that I think I like here. I think that one looks nice in that, on that session. And see, this one, for whatever reason, it's a little bit longer, a little bit too wide, so I'm just going to trim it off a little bit. Get used to, you know, manipulating your digitals to fit what you want. They don't have to be exactly how you cut them out. I'm going to show you a couple other ways that I change up these pockets too as we go. So I'm just gonna, because I want that one off of the brown paper, just because it's a little sturdier to go onto there. And there's my second pocket, and this one is undecorated, so we can just leave it as it is because it is pretty, or we can add some of our bits and pieces at the end, but I'm just going to worry about pockets right now. So there's our first two pockets. This one page I think I'll leave for now because it's got something pretty at the bottom, and we'll just see what we want later. So here's kind of a plain page, so might be nice to have a pocket here. I'm going to do something different on this pocket. I'm going to cut off part of the bottom. Let's see what I want to cut off. I'll cut off about 1.5 inches off the bottom. So I've got two pieces. If you cut things, then you might have to ink the cut edge again. Now I've got two pieces, so I can have a pocket here, and I can do something else here. I can do a little belly band. I could use this on a different page. I can take one of my other bigger pockets here, like this one, and I can stack these two so that I have a double pocket here. I think that's what I will do actually. So I want these are going to be, I don't know if I designed it this way. I thought I designed it to fit properly, like side to side, but I might have, sometimes, I don't know, my printer sometimes prints at 100% and sometimes it doesn't, and but I'll just trim those off. I'm not going to worry about it, but if that happens to you, just feel free to trim off a little bit here. Okay, so that one looks good there, so I'm going to glue this one on. And I'm going to glue it right out to the edge here, right to the bottom. You don't have to, but that's what I'm just going to do this time. Glue that on. A little bit of glue up here, it looks like. My glue just takes a couple of seconds to grab, so. And then I can put this one here. I can also put it up here if I want. Then I can have kind of a deeper pocket and a smaller pocket. I think I'm going to do that actually. Just, you know, play with your pockets. You can do them all kinds of different ways. All kinds of fun things you can do with just the same basic shape. So here I have a pocket for something smaller, shorter, and then here I have a pocket for something taller. Okay, so there's a couple of pockets on there. I'm going to put a pocket pretty much on every double page spread, I think, because, or something, because I have so many here. I think I'm going to turn this one into a belly band. I don't know if I've talked about belly bands yet, but I want to trim off the edge here a little bit again. You want it to fit from side to side, or if you're doing a belly band this way, you want it to fit this way. But I'm going to do it this way. And then we just want to glue on this edge and this edge and leave the middle open. And then you can put it right in the middle of the page. I tend to put mine a little bit towards the top, a little bit higher than center. and try to get it even. And this is called a belly band. So if we want to take a tag after, we can stick the tag in there, and that will be a place for a belly band. And you can put or a place for tags. You can put several things in these. You know, they hold quite a bit, and we'll put a little decoration on that later as well. Okay, so here's another page. What do we want on here? We could do like a series of pockets here. I've got, so some of these, I'm not sure if I printed these different. Some of these are a little bit wider, and I don't quite know why. If the kit just kind of did that to me, or if my printer did that to me. So if you're finding that, it's totally fine. But you just might want to, I just want to get all of the ones that are the narrower ones and put those together. That's another one. If you're stacking them, you might just want them all the same width. Okay, so I have one like that. One like that, and maybe one like that. And I can just stack 3 on a page like that. That's always an interesting way to do it. So I'll put this one at the bottom. These ones don't go side to side, so you can center them. You could just put them on the outside edge if you want. You can stagger them so you can have one here and one here. That looks kind of neat too. I'm just going to put mine straight this time. And just leave a little bit of space in between. You can kind of just eyeball the edges and make sure they're kind of lined up. You know, when you're making a junk journal, it's part of the fun of making a junk journal is it's just really loose, you know. Things can line up or not, and if they don't line up perfectly, we just say, hey, it's a junk journal. Or at least that's what I say. And then I'll put the top one up here somewhere. I won't put as much space in between that one, just because I like that look. And so now we have a set of 3 pockets on that double page spread. So something different. And we can turn the page. This is exactly the same paper, which is kind of neat too. What else can I do with this? I can also, not with this one because it's directional, but I can also do a top tuck. And then we can just glue it at the top and tuck things upwards, which works really well. Let's try that. This one is just a little bit wider. I'm trying to give you just a bunch of different options. You don't have to use them all. Okay, and I'm just going to glue that on 3 sides. And put it at the top. Technically, I guess the flowers are upside down here, but I think it looks all right. Especially we'll put something in the middle here and that will look fine. And then if we want, we can just tuck a tag up there. And there's always a little bit of friction where the glue is up here. So see, it doesn't fall off when you do that. So there's that one. What else can we do here? I can do this, and what else? I could just do a little one up there that's I can just do one pocket on a page sometimes too. When I sewed in my signature, I left the tails long on the bottom here. And I'm going to show you some options at the end on what you can do with that. If you already cut your tails off, don't worry, but if you left them long, just leave them long and I'll show you something you can do with them. So the pockets that are decorated, you can just leave them as is. The other ones too, you can just leave them as is, or you can decorate them. I thought I would give you some options of some things that are kind of already decorated so that you didn't have to worry about that part as much. I think that looks kind of neat. You could just put a little thing up there and a bigger thing in there. Okay, what else do I want? This one kind of needs to be by itself because I don't want to put anything on top of it because I don't want to hide the butterflies. I like the butterflies on this one. So let's just do just a plain one pocket on this page. You generally want to have the bulk of your journal, like the pockets and tucks and different things, kind of spread evenly throughout instead of having all of it at the front and none of it at the back. But if it doesn't work out that way, I think I'm just going to leave one page blank just because. Now I could also do a sideways pocket. I think I'm just going to do that for something different. This one doesn't matter the direction. There is actually writing in the background, but you can't really see it, so I'm just going to do that one sideways. And then you can put things into it this way. Do I have room to do another one? Because that might be kind of cool. That might be kind of cool. I think I'll do another one up here on the opposite side. So you can take, you know, just some basic pockets and do all kinds of things with them. And in one of our coming up kits, I'll just give you papers and then we'll cut our own pockets and then we can do even more different variations. So there, so we can put in some things on there and we can put some things in here. So that's kind of cool. This one I think I'll leave as is for now. I can come back and stick something there if I want. This is our center. I think I'll leave this one as is on that side and just do what would I want to do here. Just trying to think what else I can do different. Maybe I'll just glue one pocket here. Just plain. You can also, if you run out of pockets, you can print them again. That's the beauty of digitals. You can print just one page again or several pages again. So you can also do like a stacked pocket this way, which kind of looks cool. What do you think? Should we do that? Let's see if I put a tag in here. I'm just thinking here. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one for now. I might add something afterwards. Okay, what do I have left here for pockets? Using them up quite quickly, so I'm going to maybe leave a couple of pages here. I'll leave that one blank. Could do just a double pocket this way. something like that. You can think in terms of a double page spread instead of just one page at a time. You kind of see how it looks with the two pages together. These smaller pockets I like to leave a little bit of border at the bottom and each side. Like that. And then this one I'll just put a little bit higher on the page. So that just gives kind of a nice balance there. Okay, what do we got left here? So we got where do I want this one? That one looks nice on there, doesn't it? Or here. Yeah, maybe on this side. And that one fits perfectly, so let's just glue that one down there. Okay. And so I've got that one, I've got that one blank, and I've got that one blank, and that one blank. So let's do maybe this one. I don't like to always put too much stuff on these ones because it's nice for writing on here. Let's just do another sideways pocket, but maybe we'll do this one up here just to be different. So we can tuck something in there, and maybe just something in this page. What do we want to do here? See, if these are, you know, we can stack them like on top of each other, or we can stagger them, one on the left and one on the right. That looks kind of neat too. Maybe that's what I'll do here. Then I've given you quite a few different options to do with your pockets. I was going to do this whole journal in one video, but I'm thinking that it might be better just to break it into pieces. And then if you want to watch one part again, it's not so onerous to find the part that you want. So I think I'll just do the pockets here. And maybe right there. There. So all of our pockets are in the journal. So you can see already it's getting a little bit more things in there. So I think I'll just break the video there, and the next video maybe we will do our tags and our journal cards. So we'll stick those into some of the pockets. So I'm just going to stop the video there, and next time we'll do tags and journal cards. So blessings, see you soon.